to our Mentoring Monday. So as you all know that we are having online sessions every Mondays, and this is part of our initiative, Women Wielding the Workplace. And today we are having a session on understanding IPR, GI, and marketing strategies. And all these sessions are primarily for our women entrepreneurs who are part of our network. And when we were attending one program in Dimapur in June, we realized that there are some confusion with regard to IPR, GI, and how to safeguard your particular product that you are trying to sell. So while trying to explore the kind of problem, we realized that this sort of session is very important for many of our entrepreneurs who are trying to cull out their particular product, or they are trying to sell something which is innovative and which is primarily very unique in their specific geographical region. So that is why we have designed this program particularly for our women entrepreneurs. So let me take the opportunity to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Mohua Homchoudhury. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our session. Thank you so much for agreeing, and thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule. So I'll take a very brief time to introduce Madam here. Dr. Mohua Homchoudhury, she's serving as the Senior Scientist and Nodal Officer at Patent Information Center and Coordinator of Geographical Indications Projects of West Bengal under Government of West Bengal. Presently, she is one of the advisor of Intellectual Property Facilitation Program of MSME, Government of India, and advisory member of Patent Registry Department at several eminent educational institutions. So we are here today to listen from ma'am, what is the whole idea of intellectual property rights, GI, and marketing strategy, especially for our women entrepreneurs. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. So good afternoon to everyone. So thank you for this nice session. So here, as most of them are women entrepreneurs, so I want to mention here that there is many opportunities for women entrepreneurs in intellectual property rights regime. 1 minute, please. So first, we may go with summarize intellectual property rights. What basically intellectual property right is, and GI, geographical indications, way back. That means when it starts and how and what it provides us the benefit, and what is the reason this session has been organized. So what, why, and when we will solve in this session. So as you all know, the concept of property, that it is the property, the car, the house, and all these things. The concept of property has totally changed to intellectual property. That means product of mind. In everyone this session, every nanoseconds, we are in thinking mind. So when we are thinking mind, we are creating something. It may be scientific invention, it may be literary or artistic work, it may be symbols, it may be any pattern. So these all are intellectual property rights. From day to night, whatever we are using, all, if it is new, if it is completely new, unique, then it is our intellectual property rights. Intellectual property and the rights associated with that particular thing is intellectual property right. Basically, intellectual property right is 8 parts. That means some is patent, copyright, trademark, industrial design, geographical indications, plant variety protections, trade secrets, semiconductor layout, integrated circuits law. And with all these in this session, I think all this covering is very difficult, and mostly we'll be concentrating on GI. Hopefully, GI is our main target in today's discussion. Is it okay? GI, mostly geographical
Yes,
indication. So
yes, right.
before going to the core part of our discussion, before that we need to know what patent is. Patent is basically a grant for an invention which should be basically technical advancement. Means any mobile, any new technology means any digital log, any dishwasher, anything, any technological invention is related to patent. And these rights, these intellectual property rights, that means one person have different types of intellectual property, and the rights associated with that particular property is intellectual property right. Here, the patent is one of the intellectual property right, which is used to actually, this patent right is used to grant, used to given by government to the inventor. That means who invented. He may be inventor and also, as well as be applicant of that particular patent in exchange of full disclosure of the invention. Means you have to disclose everything, and you have to disclose in the patent office. Then the right will be given to a particular inventor for a limited period within the geographical boundaries of the nation. What is that geographical boundaries of the nation? That means if you file patent in India, it will be effective in India only. Okay, this is very important. That means there is no global patent, but there is a system where you can file globally in different countries. That is possible. The next very important intellectual property right is copyright. So copyright, whether idea can be protected as patent or copyright? No, no idea can be protected in any intellectual property rights form. However, copyright is a right which protects our literary and artistic work from copying. That means today's this deliberation, if it is commercialized, then the copyright associated with that particular work, that means this dissemination of this lecture and all this series will be a culmination of right. That means this right is associated with banglanatok.com and your organizations, and as an author I am also the holder of that particular right. That means copyright is a bundle of right. An adaptation of various work, there may be different types of work in different that means, suppose when Rabindranath Tagore's work was extinguished, during that time we have suggested the Supreme Court judge, that Pratibha Singh madam was with us, and she suggested that we may translate the entire work of Rabindranath Tagore in separate language, and it becomes a new copyright. So adaptation of various works. So suppose these Rabindranath Tagore's work, when converted to music, it becomes a new copyright. So even if it translated to different language, it becomes a different copyright. So rights associated with literary and artistic work in a modified form, it becomes a new copyright. However, copyright as it exists throughout the life of the author, plus 60 years of an author, then afterwards you may modify this copyright in different language. Suppose the Rabindranath Tagore's work, if it is translated in Bengal, if it is translated in Assamese, it translated in Uriya language, Tamil language, then it becomes a new copyright. So copyright means a right which protect our literary artistic acumen, and to stop others to copy this particular product. When the copying, or when the copying some literature or anything from website for the purpose of learning, it is not the violation of right. But if we want to sell the copyright of a particular product, particular person, then it is violation. Suppose we are copying 100 copies and selling, and even today's program, suppose someone wants to sell these things without my permission, then it becomes the violation of the copyright. So copyright is a very important right which needs to actually be nurtured very carefully. Then comes the next part. Yes, so the fusion of technology and culture both can survive together. So when the question of scientific invention comes, it is patentable, and when there is a literary artistic work, then it is under copyright. There are different others, right? I'm not going to the details, as because we are mostly concentrating today's lecture on geographical indications. Then comes another intellectual property rights. It's called industrial design. It is a mechanism for the protection of the feature of shape, configuration, ornamentation, surface pattern of some articles. That means outside design. So outside design of anything, any pattern, like this outside design of any article, it is under design registration, and it is effective for 10 years. Like copyright is effective throughout the lives of the author plus 60 years. However, there is different other film broadcasting, that is 50, 25, depending based on different countries. However, for this design registration, it is effective for 10 years. Okay. And you can renew after 10 years for 5 years. So these are the very simple design which you can protect. Here I'm giving the overview of all these products which can be protected as design registration. Even in India, agricultural method, horticulture method, medicinal diagnostic method, it's not a patentable item. However, the instrument, pharmaceutical instrument, any laparoscopic instrument, syringe, anything, any article are outside design, not the functional characteristics. Outside design is under, mainly under design registration. So here I'm giving example of infringement design. If suppose there is two less pattern, some two pattern which is exactly the same pattern of the previous one, then it is not novel, it is not unique, then it will not be registered as industrial design registration. For any article, means any design of pen, design of mobile, outside design of mobile, outside design of paperweight, anything, that article you have to only have different types of photos, then it will become under industrial design registration. Now the important part is trademark. What is trademark? Trademark is a sign that individualizes the goods of a given enterprise and distinguishes them from the goods of the competitor. That means a logo, a wordmark, which actually masking your product, but however it provides the goodwill of your product. Suppose, is there any relation with Coca-Cola with soft drink? I think you all agree with me, there is no relation. However, Coca-Cola is unique in its design. Even Pepsi design is also unique. So no one knows it is this, there is no relation basically on this particular logo and the product. So logo should be like this, that there is no relation of your product and the logo. Only this logo protection is required as it provides branding and goodwill of your particular product. That is why logo protection is very important aspect. Here another important, here you can see that different types of logo is there. So when suppose blue country, so is and also like application of Apple. I hope you all know that there is no relation. Like likewise, should be like these, not be any relation with that particular design and the particular product. Like real leather, if someone devises some new logo which is real leather, and the company is producing leather, then the real leather is not the proper logo for that particular product as it describes the product. So logo should product, it will mask the product in some innovative way, and it will the invention like there, and it will not disclose the product. It will basically based on your goodwill or quality. So if we go through journey through a day, everything is under intellectual property rights. Suppose we start with our day with brush. The outside design of the brush is basically, if someone develops some new brush design with, suppose, with Madhurkat, suppose with small things, that it may be some new design aspect, and outside design may be under industrial design registration. However, the functional characteristics, if you have some problem in the dental plaque, then the functional design of that particular brush is under patent. And if you start writing in the morning, then it is under copyright, literary artistic work. And you start your day with car, then in the car, if there is some new invention, it is under patent. And also nowadays Vande Bharat and different trains, so the different accessories of the particular train which is innovative new, then it may be under patentable system. And the rice, there is different rice varieties, and it is under GI also, and even plant variety protection. So throughout the day, and what we are thinking about, everything is intellectual property, and the rights associated with that particular intellectual property is intellectual property rights. If you do not have this right, then that intellectual property is not yours. So it is very important to have some right on a particular intellectual property. So patent means new process constituents. Here in this particular fruity, if you develop some new juice with some meetha pan or anything, then the new processing constituents, it is under patent. External feature of this tetra pack or packing, it may be under design. And trademark is fruity. Copyright is engineering drawing of that particular trademark, particular packing system, that drawing, that is under copyright because it is literary work. Then comes another important intellectual property, that is called trade secret. That means the know-how. That means how your product is producing. That is called know-how. It is under trade secret. Like Coca-Cola company, they do not disclose their know-how. That means the formulation to anyone. And 2% knows this know-how, and they do not fly in the same flight. So this is their trade secret. And if we come to the geographical indications, then for this mango product, Malda mango is associated with GI because it is producing in that area, and for that area, it has some new quality. So I'm giving the total insight of intellectual property. And so what is geographical indication? Geographical indication is a sign used for specific origin and origin. That means a product, concept of geographical indication, basically it is a unique process associated with that product for which it has some specific quality. Like Darjeeling tea, it is the first geographic it producing in that region, in Darjeeling region, and for qualities for that particular region. And even for handicraft, if it is producing by some skilled personnel of particular region, For that skill, it is protected. So each year, it defines, it is basically defined for a geographical area of production. Specific product is also, and also the unique characteristics, particular product, unique process, unique mechanism, the name, reputation associated with that particular product is geographical indication. As you all know, that Bangla Rasgulla was geographical indication registered, Bardhaman Mihidana. Another important is Assam Muga silk. And also, I think for Naga area, there is some product which was filed for this handicraft, but it was abandoned because the examination report was not submitted. There was some shawl I have seen in the geographical indication site that is particular of that Naga origin, and it was filed, but it was not protected as because it was abandoned. The proper examination report was not submitted. So I'm discussing all these issues. So geographical indications, here you can see different geographical indication all over the world. Darjeeling tea is the first GI of all over India. And Roquefort cheese, Havana cigar, tequila, this is all GI. Patent means our invention and GI is our grandfather's invention. So it is the basic difference. So it is traditionally produced in a particular area. That is why it is called geographical indication, and it ensure the quality of a product, and it helps to brand building. Suppose if someone has some product, like we have protected our Baluchuri shari. So to know which is the shari, Baluchuri. So through this logo and authentication of that logo, everyone from outside, even inside India, can identify the authentic product. Use of the GI logo on its product, creation of similar bill book and all this with that logo will popularize that product. So, what is the importance of GI? Actually, offers legal protection to Indian GI, which it boosts the national market also. Suppose you have some new Naga shawl like this. So if you want to market it in-house Indian market also, so it should have some brand. GI also brand value. And like trademark. However, the difference between GI and trademark is GI right, and trademark is for a particular product. Suppose you are with any soft drinks, anything which is not GI, then it is your individual trademark. Even Darjeeling tea, suppose it is GI, in the name of that particular. And in the second part, those person who is producing that particular GI, their name is protected. That is called GI authorized user. So when this GI authorized user name is incorporated in that product, from there we can ascertain that it is the person who is producing that particular GI product in that origin. So it is the authentic product. So there should be different mechanism, inspection mechanism. All these type of inspection mechanism are under process. GI will provide you and protect unauthorized use. That means who is not stickers of particular GI, they actually permissible as per GI law to use this logo. So this GI logo, suppose in Darjeeling tea, that GI logo may be used only the tea producing group, and it prevents unauthorized uses by others, and it will create a premium. Suppose you have GI, so you will get premium price when the producer. So that is why it is very important. And if any person they are producing some or textile product is, but they need register, because that will help them to work in that particular area. Otherwise, in future, they will be actually, they will not be continued in that not authorized user, and they are using the logo. So it is very important aspect of intellectual property. And this benefit of a brands, they need to standardization and quality control production, which need to be projected in the GI, GI documentation. So GI registration of brands plays an important role in developing the image of the world market. So I am giving the story behind the GI. Why GI has taken so much of advantage nowadays? As you know, that Basmati was a rice variety of India. However, it was taken by some rice stick company and they protected it in USPTO as rice, Basmati rice lines and grains. And afterwards, after 3 years, our scientists know that our product has been taken up by someone else. Then it was some in the court, it was decided and it was revoked. Some claim was revoked, and the Basmati rice lanes and grains, the name was also not there, Texmoti. So it is the initiation of the process, and during that time there was no legislation in India, and afterwards GI Act 1999 was actually initiated. After that, you also know the turmeric, which is also very important product of our country, and it was protected in USPTO by our scientist. Who is that scientist? Shumon Kedash. He is Indian scientist. They protected turmeric in USPTO, and that is why this is the patent of USPTO of turmeric. And actually prior art of turmeric, then we have to find out this prior art, because prior art, here it is written turmeric is our product. So turmeric plant cannot be protected anywhere, because own healing property of turmeric is known for ages, here from 1879. So documentation is very important for any indication. So indication includes any name, geographical or figurative representation means logo, or any combination of them, name and logo, both actually reflects the indication. Goods may be agriculture, natural, handicraft, industry. These 4 types of goods are under geographical indication: agricultural, natural product, handicraft and textile, and food. So how to protect your geographical indication? So you need to know the product very carefully. Then who will be the applicant? It is a community right. So there should be some association who need to file. List of association of producer needs to be annexed there, and geographical area of production. Proof of origin. You need to have some historical records. Proof of origin, that means from where it is produced, and method of production, that means how it is producing. Technical specification, then exact specification of that particular handicraft products, how it is produced, what type of color is used, whether it is vegetable color or not, what is the unique process, and how much it weight, and what is the design characteristics. All this technical specification should be there, and uniqueness, why it is unique from other products, that is to be projected there. Like suppose in Patochitro, Bengal Patochitro, we have to project it, the uniqueness of Patochitro, because Odisha is also having some Patochitro. So our Patochitro has different characteristics. Even suppose there is some dokra. So our dokra producing mechanism, there are the different art form. It is also different from the existing that Adilabad dokra and others dokra. So these type of differentiation and the uniqueness we need to project when we file geographical indication. So I'm not going to all these details, but it is very important. Indication of source, differentiation of a particular product with the similar product, indication of quality or guarantee, protection of traditional, advertisement of that particular product, and after that it will helps ultimately to rural development. So these are the 4 major products where the most of the GI is associated: agriculture, textile, food, and manufacturing goods. So we have to prepare some model questionnaire, project-wise engagement of different people, field level data collection, collection of documentary and historical data, map compilation in final stage, signature and filing of this particular GI. So it is for the particular folk rice variety. So for these soil type, soil characteristics, climatic condition, all is very important. Here I'm not going all these details, but so here, what is the important factors for food and agricultural products? Environmental factors, human skill, particularly for textile and handicraft products, human skill is very important. I'm just, but for food product, and the description of the product, chemical analysis, why it is different from the existing one. Like Bangla Rasgulla was protected as GI, and Odisha also projected their product, and they opposed our product, but ultimately they have filed a different product which is not similar with Bangla Rasgulla. So there may be different type of product, and here in food product, I think all entrepreneurs know there is some FSSI. So this FSSI mark is very, very much important with food product. Likewise, in future, GI will be very important for food, agriculture, textile, and other all types of products. So that is why GI protection is very important, and it is a community right. So first documentation, then sent to respective department and the expert body. Then it, after verification, it is ready to file. So as you all know, prior to 1997, T-Board had registered the Darjeeling logo in various jurisdictions. But however, after 2004, when our act was enacted, so Darjeeling tea logo was the first logo registered in India. Name and logo was registered afterwards. First name was registered, and afterwards all the Darjeeling tea leaving the shores of India is guaranteed 100% Darjeeling tea. So they have developed some mechanism so that Darjeeling tea, most of the Darjeeling tea which is marketed outside India should be 100% quality. So quality matters, and that is why Darjeeling tea becomes third liqueur in worldwide. First is cognac, then champagne, and Darjeeling is the third liqueur. So GI provides these. GI provides brand building, the facilities for brand building, and develop the market. So here I'm giving Arunachal orange. It has been protected in Arunachal Pradesh. It is a Northeast product. And even for Assam, Muga silk, Gamocha, they have been protected in. This Arunachal product, it is class 31 and name of the Northeastern Regional Agricultural Marketing Corporation. So there should be some society or group of society that means one common community which can find this application. Here we may help you. If you want any help, you can send a formal letter to our office. We'll help you for filing this. These are the Arunachal orange. It was protected, and these are the certificate. I am just projecting Northeastern product. Here is Monpa wooden mask. Our wooden mask is also different. The characteristics, the design of wooden mask of Bengal, that means Kushmandi, that also protected as GI. But here it is a Monpa wooden mask, which is completely different, or it is a Arunachal Pradesh product, and which is completely different from our wooden mask. So this differentiation is also very important. So the map, geographical area, it should be also properly drafted, and how it is unique, that should be noted. And this is our few attempt of our view. We have protected 23 GI till date, different products. Here, Gaurot, Kodial, Fulia, Tangail, this textile is protected. And effects of GI protection. Why GI is so important? Why you were discussing about GI? Because if we see from 2004, increase in price, when GI started to protection, there the increase in price value, you can see here. Effects of GI protection in national study, if we have this study found that for Pachampalli, Ikat, the growth increased rate of weavers income to 2002 rupees 3000. Even for Bengal Potachitra, we have some study from Bangla Natok. We found their per capita income has also increased. So these are the different areas why we need to protect GI, because if you can have proper brand, then the product will be marketed, because people knows that it is the authentic product, it has these characteristics, these qualities, and that is why it is very important. So after GI protection, you need to protect the authorized user's name so that they can be protected properly and they can use their logo for the benefit of the marketing of their product. Possible post GI intervention, market linkage, brand promotion, containment of infringement. So all these are different aspects. I'm not going all this detail, but GI, how GI as a brand, Ikatat, they have developed some concept of handloom part. That means if some handloom product or textile product you want to protect, you need to have proper documentation for protect it, and that you can take help of an expert body like our department. And however, afterwards, to maintain the quality, it should be under one roof, so that the quality of the product is same for all GI. Actually, I have already mentioned for Darjeeling tea, they have mentioned that Darjeeling tea, which is marketed outside Darjeeling, is 100% Darjeeling tea. That means no adulteration. So this type of guarantee is very important for GI. So Pachampalli, they have initiated many things like park concept, this type of park, and also so that all weavers is under one roof. So modernization, training procedure, all this part of this particular thing. I am not going to all these details, but here you can see for Bengal Potachitra, this design, even the GI tourism is developing nowadays to utilize that geographical indication or traditional product of our country, different state. That product may be used for one district, like one district, one product, and it should be the highlight of tourism. Like Bengal Potachitra, they are using these all these in different articles which I have received from Bangla Natok, and I am projecting these. These are the different initiatives they have taken different times. So different products, these all are protected GI of Bengal. So here we have some statistics, that modification of product which they have done. Even recently, Bangla Natok has organized some different program, Rural Craft Hub, that Birla Academy. So it was a very nice program where the different modification of the GI registered product was seen. And thus in these initiatives throughout the year, throughout the things, we have to project it, this GI registered product. Here is a packing. In for Potachitra, we have some proposal so that after packing, if some technology may be associated with that, because our Bengal Potachitra is associated with song. So if that song can be incorporated in packing material, so when the foreigner or any person wants to buy, they can also the feel of Bengal Potachitra song or music. So these are different aspects which we can develop through packaging and training, proper training and skill development is also. Here we have received some thing from Bangla Natok that per capita income of that Bengal Potachitra or Dokra, the associated with their per capita income has increased after GI and post-GI intervention. So why branding and promotion of GI registered product is so important? Because to increase per capita income, to have premium price of a particular product, to have like UNESCO given our Durga Puja all over world, it has, so this heritage of our Bengal has been recognized. So recognition, as well as it provides a premium price for a particular product. Here you can then Kulu shell. You have some Naga shells also. That you have to differentiate with that Kulu shells, though it was protected, but it was abandoned as the proper justification was not produced. So if you want to rejuvenate that particular jay, you can also contact with our department. So these are the different product, how they have started marketing. I'm giving you this all. So there is many more products. It is and for Asham Muga silk, and for this Gamocha and Muga silk, they have arranged so much of nice program. I think every one of you have already seen this thing. So these are the process through which you can market it. Here, Channa Patta toys and dolls in 2006. After GI registration, this type of tableau was used in the 26th January procession. So these are the different forum where we can project our SOCHM. From SOCHM also different initiatives was taken. I am giving you the different Tamil Nadu products. Effort has taken like in that way aid to marketing. So when you protect your GI, you have to have separate fund for diversified product range, fusion of traditional crafts, encouragement, and improved quality standard. These are important aspect of marketing. If you are not maintaining the quality, then this GI system has actually no and nothing value. So promotion of product, promotion of registered product, safeguard the consumer's interest, economic aspect and facilitation. All this is very important of this promotion. Here, Venetian vacation. Here also Alipiquare, which is also protected. They are projecting in this incredible Indian site. So these are different forms where we can project our traditional products. So in this way, even in this way, you can use this geographical indication to stop misuse and to deliver correct product to the consumer. These three is very important for all the entrepreneurs present here, that to stop misuse and to deliver correct product to the consumer. If we are doing the same thing, then we will provide correct product towards all the consumer, and automatically our product value will increase and the premium price will give, we will be getting a premium price in future. So Darjeeling tea has also taken different initiatives. I am not going all these details. So even for mango, which was passed, second attempt from our department for the state of West Bengal, it is also got marketed in Rajasthan. It is also marketed in Bahrain, and they are using the logo, which logo is under in different registration procedure. We have some proposal branding. So important component of GI products for handicraft, particularly specification, structural definition, that means how the pattern is, particularly description of the goods, uniqueness. These are all important factors. Material, which material you are using, and what type of raw material you are using for coloring, and geographical area, production, proof of origin, history. All this is very important for protecting handicraft product. The e-commerce portal, there also you can project this through which we are working with the producer, with the stakeholders. We have initiated different meetings for stakeholders. So you can join in, you can ask for that. So how you can get benefit out of GI, for this you can contact us. We will help you surely in any aspects. For successful implementation and branding, post GI initiatives is very important. So I think I have already covered this part concept, but before ending, I want to mention one important thing where everywhere I am mentioning this. Louis Caroline, Alice in Wonderland. It depends a great deal on where you want to go. but I don't know where I want to go. Alice says, Cat says, in that case, it really doesn't matter which direction you take. But I want to mention here that you all have to take some direction. Otherwise, you will not reach your goal. So with all this few words, thank you. Thank you for kind questions. If you have any query, you can ask me to make it interactive. Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure along with me, all our entrepreneurs were very very deeply listening to your lecture. And I think it is very important for all of us to understand why securing rights of the products that you are trying to sell and trying to grow your business becomes very important. We have a question with us. It is from our entrepreneur. Her name is Shongita Sen. She is an owner of an enterprise that produces and distributes solar products. Hello, solar panels.
Yes, I
Yeah,
understand.
there is, I think, a bit of a network issue. So she is asking a question. After paying the patent search process fees, what is the next step and how long does it typically take?
Yes, first she has to analyze whether it is patentable or not, because solar panel already exists. So it is, if it is not a new invention, they can place here departmental portal and site is there. So they can contact me. I am giving my contact here, all is there. So portal. And afterwards, if it is patentable, then they will file patent. Before that, actually going to file to any expert, it is not advisable because everything is not patentable. So before filing patents, you need to have some idea about whether it is patentable or not. The first is it should be new, it should be novel, it should be there should be some inventive steps and some industrial applicability also.
Can I talk to Rina? Can I
Yes,
talk with
yes.
ma'am?
I think I
Yes,
was just
yes,
going to
Yes.
ask you to
Good
speak
afternoon, ma'am.
directly, please.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
yes.
We are invented some we use some nanoparticle and use in the solar panel, and we increase the solar panel efficiency. So it is our report, and we submit
Okay,
for the
okay. So have you done patentability analysis?
this analysis. We are submit our fees only. Then what is the next process? I don't know. So I am asking for that.
Where you have submit? Where you have submit?
From your DST department, ma'am. Ma'am
You have
name is
submitted?
Paramita Saha.
When?
Paramita Saha, ma'am.
Okay. When it was submitted?
Ma'am, is we are submitted on with August 12th or 13th, ma'am. Near to 12th or 13th.
Okay, in
August.
this email ID, picwbs2023@gmail.com. Here you have submitted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we submitted
Yeah.
with SNU Sicha Nivedita University and our company. Both are same apply for the same patent.
Okay. Oh, that's such in process. I
Yeah.
understand that's Ramaranjan.
Ramaranjan sir, yeah. She is my
Okay,
mentor in
okay.
the patent. My
Yes,
English
I know.
He is my mentor.
He has already communicated me. Yes, he has
Okay.
already communicated me. It is under process. I think after puja, you will get the patentability analysis report.
Okay, thank
Afterwards,
you.
you can discuss with us how to. Are you startup?
Yes, ma'am. I am a startup.
So for startup, there is many facilities. So after getting the report, you will contact me. We will help you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I have one more question. Actually, I want to write a book on the some particular course material and the local language, Bengali. So if I need to the copyright, then it is the what is the procedure of the copyright of the book?
For these also, you may contact me. My
Okay, okay,
number is given, and you have to write books, and only PDF you have to send to me. I will help you to submit the copyright.
Okay, I go to if you allow me, then I go to the beginner your
No,
office.
before that you need to WhatsApp me whether I am available or not. Here all the details of me given, my mobile number or also.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Before that you pin me, available time will be given and you will make up.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Arina.
Okay.
Thank you, Shongita. You can connect with us. We'll share you ma'am's details. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is there any other question from YouthNet? If there is any particular question. So, ma'am, YouthNet is an incubation center that is primarily working in Dimapur, Nagaland for these women entrepreneurs. So they had some IPR and GI related queries. So do you have any question, or your questions have been answered from ma'am's presentation?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Rina, I don't have any question from my end right now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there any other question from any entrepreneur from different region? Okay, so we don't have any questions. So I think the most entrepreneurs who shared with us the questions earlier, that was hinting on how protecting the rights of their products will help in growing their business, because they were not quite sure on that, because the whole idea of growing your business is building your brand. So I think you very nicely, you shared that GI and IPR is integral with regard to growing your brand. So ma'am, if you have any suggestion for our entrepreneurs, and to just mention that most of these entrepreneurs have been doing their business for the last 2-3 years, and they are yet to scale their business. They are in a very early stage.
First and foremost criteria, they have to register their trademark or design. If they have any design, new design, and also they can also look for copyright. And if they have patentable idea, new scientific idea, they can submit to our portal. We will search for them, and afterwards they can go for filing. Even for women entrepreneurs, this is a program for women, there is expedite granting process I want to mention here. So that is a very important thing. So expedite granting process for patent system. So if you have any patentable idea, so you will get that expedited granting procedure.
Okay, thank you.
And for Nagaland, I have seen that for Nagaland, 2 application, 2 shawl, all are abandoned because it was not submitted, the report. Office of Textile Directorate, they have not submitted. So if they want to rejuvenate this, they can contact us. If anyone having any community, so they may contact us.
Surely. Because we have met many entrepreneurs who have been working in different handicraft products in Nagaland, also in Mizoram. So we have with us Lalreen, who is from Mizoram. Lalreen, you raised your hand a while ago. Do you have any question anymore?
Yes, thank you so much, Arina. Ma'am, thank you so much for your presentation. That was really informative. So I am actually representing some of the Mizo entrepreneurs who have been working on handicrafts as well as textiles. So with our situation, the government was actually the one who applied for the GI. So they applied for, I'm sure you're aware, the various Mizo Puan, it's called Mizo Textile Designs. So for that, I don't believe they've taken any initiative after receiving the GI status. So in your presentation, you had mentioned that even if you get the GI and you don't do anything about it, it's actually useless. So what are the things that we can do, something that I can suggest the government to undertake, as well as what can I tell the entrepreneurs to do?
Yes, actually, I know that if you have a connection with government departments, you can talk to them. If the actually GI is very important all over the India nowadays. So if they want to seek any help, they can write to our department. We will definitely for Northeast state and other states, as we are the category 1 and all over India, we are the first state which is working on different intellectual property rights. So we will definitely help the government department or any association if they want to file. But for the association, actually we do not have any idea whether the association is registered or not. So for that, some government initiatives or later is coming to our department, we will take it up and we will help definitely. So if you connect with your MSME or other department, if science and technology or like that, so they can connect with us, that official, and we will definitely help. I think there is also Patent Information Center. I have to check. Yes, Naga Department of Science and Technology, West Bengal, Nagaland Council is also there. So you can contact with them.
Yeah, the Science and Technology of Mizoram was the one who applied for the GI.
Yes, you can contact them. They know me very well. So you can contact them and tell them that I told them that if they can issue some letter to us, we will help you.
Sure, great. Thank you so much.
And it's so kind of you, ma'am, because we realize that many of these entrepreneurs and the stakeholders, they would require your help. So thank you so much. I don't think there is any other questions. And thank you for your time. Ma'am, I'll again connect with you later on to know the different links that might be useful. Yes. So I'll get it from you later on. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time. This session was actually very, very important for these budding entrepreneurs, for us. Thank you so much. Thank you to all our participants for being here on a weekday. And we'll meet again on next Monday with a new session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time.
So I'm leaving.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you so much.